just now starting this video because I wanted to take you guys along with me for kind of like my Monday productive routine. I don't always do this on Mondays and it definitely depends on the day, but this week I just wanted to have like a very kind of productive start to the week. I think when I have a lot going on during the week, it's nice to kind of kickstart the week with something that just gets me motivated for the rest of the week. And so far this morning, I woke up at 7, which is pretty typical. I have a whole morning routine video up if you guys want to watch that, but that kind of goes more in depth on my more mindful morning routine. But then I also went to an F45 class, which has been my go-to lately. If you guys have been watching my videos lately, you know I've been trying to go twice a week usually, but it's really nice going on like a Monday morning to kickstart the week because it just, again, kind of gets me motivated for the week. And one of these days I feel like I'll end up filming in there, but it is just a lot to do that in F45, so I didn't actually get to film any while I was there, but it was so hard. It was a cardio day. F45, if you guys don't know, it's a circuit training, so it's basically HIIT workouts where you have a strength day or a cardio day. And so today was cardio and it was definitely very difficult. And then I came back here, made myself some breakfast, got ready. I usually take Cash for a walk too, but it's actually raining today. It's an incredibly gloomy day, which it's always a lot harder to be productive and get things done when you just kind of want to stay cozy inside, but we're fighting through it today. We're gonna get some stuff done. And so I watch a lot of these videos from my friend Ashlyn Eaton on YouTube. If you guys know, she does a lot of minimalism kind of videos, but she does these videos where she basically just walks you through her checklist throughout the day, and just really inspiring and fun to kind of go along her day with her. And so I wanted to do something kind of similar to that. I'm sitting down at my desk that I've actually been loving. Sometimes I go through phases where I'll work on our couch or our kitchen table, but I've been loving my desk space lately. It just is a very cute little nook. You gotta light the candle, you get your coffee. I thought we could start by just making a list for the day. I have still been using these templates that I've been talking about. These are from my friend Melina, and it's really nice because it's laminated, so you can just write down with an expo marker exactly what you want to get done. And this one has your priorities, your to-do list, and your schedule. And I kind of go back and forth with how I like to do my to-do list and my calendar and everything, but for the most part, I just have my Google Calendar up on my laptop, and that's kind of a lot of my work stuff. So deadlines that I need to send in, things that need to get done just from a calendar perspective like this. And I usually just have that on the month view, and I'll just look at that and then see what needs to get done for the day. And then this is more just kind of the smaller things and some of those work tasks that I'll change out every day. And I've been pretty consistent using this. So I get some questions about scheduling and all that, so I wanted to share what I like to do. I also usually like to do this the night before, so then you wake up and everything's already done. But just practically, I did not do this last night. Went to bed kind of late, wasn't feeling it, so we're just gonna do it this morning. Okay, so I just went through and wrote everything out, but basically today I want to start off by actually switching out our sheets because we have some fresh sheets I want to put those in the wash. And then I'm also filming this video. I need to film some stories and a TikTok. I'm trying to be better at doing more kind of like short form content, and a lot of the TikTok stuff and the reel stuff you really have to map out in advance. And so I wanted to do that. I want to do some meal planning for the week. We're actually going out of town this weekend. We're going to Austin, which I'm really excited for. So I don't need to get a ton of things, but I want to do a meal plan for the next few nights, and then also just go grab some groceries. So we'll do that together, make some dinner, and then also walk Cash. I also have some stuff on my laptop, and I think I'll show you guys what I need to do work-wise too once we get to that, but I'm gonna do that a little bit later. But there's like a few just administrative things that I want to get done, so we'll do that a bit later too. It is a very exciting day too because I have had this Brooklinen package in our closet for probably 2 months now, and I have been waiting to unbox it in this video because if you guys don't know, the sheets that are on our bed right now are actually already Brooklinen, and I actually bought the same exact sheets because we needed another set. We have the Hardcore Luxe bundle set, so there's a duvet cover, you have your pillow covers, you have your sheets, your top sheet, you have everything, and I'm so excited to be working with them on today's video because I truly love Brooklinen. They're the only sheets we really use. So while we have this set, they also have some that are linen. They have just their basic set as well. And then they also have a ton of different patterns and colors. You guys know I like to keep our bedroom colors pretty simple, and so we just stick with these cream sheets, but I love them. They're so soft and so comfortable, and they're much more affordable than a lot of other luxury bedding because they actually cut out the middleman, so you're getting a better price Ever since we got married and we've been sleeping in this bed, I remember putting Brooklinen sheets on our registry because I just think that they're the best. So this set is actually made with the sateen material, which is really buttery and soft, and it's also going to keep you warm, so you can keep these on all year long. And you also save a lot more money by just buying everything in a set. I believe you save about 25% by just buying one of their bundle sets as opposed to getting all the items individually. And the set also comes with extra pillowcases, which is nice. I always feel like we are missing pillowcases. They'll get lost in the wash or something, so it's nice just to have everything in one set and then also get some extras. And obviously we have slept in these sheets quite a bit already, so I can say that they're amazing. And what I especially love is that they actually get softer the more you wash them. You guys can get $20 off your Brooklinen order that is over $100 by visiting the link that I'll have at the top of the description box, and you can just enter the code MichelleR, and that'll get you $20 off whatever you want from Brooklinen. Again, I love them. There's also something about spring approaching too, just switching out your sheets, having something nice and fresh. I just put the sheets in the wash, so we'll make that later, but it's weird because by the time you watch this clip, the bed's already made, but it's because those were clips that I haven't taken so far. For recipes, I usually like to look at a few different websites. I make a lot of Half Baked Harvest, which I really like, but I'll usually just do maybe one of her recipes per week because they're definitely a bit more complex, or they just require more ingredients. But we also have our air fryer now, so I've been trying to experiment and find some new air fryer recipes. So if you have any recommendations, feel free to leave them down below. We've made chicken fingers before in there. We've made, I'm trying to remember what else we made. Oh, I did the homemade Chick-fil-A nuggets before too, and those were really good. So if you have any recommendations for recipes, feel free to leave them down below. But I'm gonna go ahead and just look here, pick out what we wanna make for the week, make my list, and then head to the grocery store. I just got to the grocery store, and I normally actually do this on the weekends. I don't love doing this on Mondays, but we just have to today. So I'm gonna go ahead and head in here. And if you guys watched my last financial video on our financial goals and like a reset for finances, I talked about how one thing I'm trying to work on is actually being better at grocery shopping and not overbuying, and also being just better at sourcing our food. I'm trying to buy less food but better quality food, so I've been going to Sprouts more, which is fairly more expensive, but I just think with the meat and everything there, it's just a lot higher quality. So I'm gonna go in here, I have my list. The two recipes I'm gonna make, the first one is a lemon butter Dijon chicken and orzo from Half Baked Harvest. I've never made this before, but it sounds really good. It sounds very fresh. It had kale in it too, so something a bit healthier, and I think I'm gonna make this tonight. And then I also have been wanting to make some veggie burgers, so I'm gonna make this recipe that I found, and then also make some sweet potato fries in our air fryer. So I'll probably do that tomorrow night or the night after. And then we're going out of town this weekend, and usually we end up eating out a couple nights a week too, so I just don't like to overbuy. And then I'm gonna see if they have any lunch stuff in here too, honestly pre-made stuff, because sometimes I'll do meal prep and actually plan lunches to have, but a lot of times they just go bad because we don't eat all of them. And sometimes it's a bit more affordable actually to buy stuff that's pre-made as opposed to buying all these ingredients to make food and not eating it all. I don't know, I'm just trying to be better, because I think sometimes when there's just two people, you don't need to make an abundance of food all the time. So sometimes it just ends up being cheaper to buy pre-made stuff when there's just two people, even though it's fun making stuff too. So I actually remembered my reusable bags this time, which I'm really happy about. So
my mother told me, don't sit here waiting for a sign.
Do a bit of a grocery haul. He always thinks he's gonna get something sick. I didn't get you anything, I'm sorry. Starting over here, I got these pretzel rolls, which looked amazing. We love pretzel rolls, so I got some of these. Some lettuce leaves for the veggie burgers, and then I also got some potato chips, corn tortilla chips, kale for tonight's recipe, black beans, a bunch of different produce for our recipes. This chicken looked good. It's just buffalo chicken slice, Swiss cheese, meat sticks. I like to have this chicken and apple sausage in the morning. It's really easy to make in the air fryer too. And then I got some pre-made chicken salad. And this is what I mean. This was what, $5 for this, but if I were to buy all the stuff to make it, it would have been much more expensive. So just got that. Dill, chicken broth, orzo for tonight. These are the best cookies. These Simple Mills almond flour cookies. They're so delicious. I have a story about this kombucha that I'll tell in a second, but I also have some spices, some Celsius, and then I only got one cold brew because I think I'll just have one day where we run out. So I just got one of these Stumptown or Stumpton. I never know if it's Stumptown or Stumpton, so you can correct me, but this cold brew and then some feta cheese. I was checking out and the guy asked for my card and I was confused because I didn't get alcohol, and he was checking out my Celsius and I was like, is that for the Celsius? And he said, no, it's for the kombucha. And I guess I looked at this and it's one of these that says you must be over 21, which I know kombucha normally has a little bit of alcohol, but I've never been carded for it. So I don't know if this is a special kind that's more alcoholic, but if you've ever tried this, let me know. It's gonna be a little bit more fun than the original one I planned on getting, but I'm sure it's good. It's this Raspberry Rush one. I love drinking kombucha while I'm cooking, so I figured I'd get one of these. It was an accident, but I'm sure it'll be tasty. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything away and then make some lunch.
So I'm thinking maybe it's time I put it all on the line.
I'm now gonna sit down and do some work, and I'll kind of share the things that I'm working on. I don't know if this is interesting for people. I know that there are a lot of people who would like to do content creation full time, so it might be interesting to hear things that you do. I filmed some stories earlier for Brooklyn and Ashley, and I'm going to edit them to send them in for approval. So typically you send your content in a few days in advance, then a brand will come back with edits, or if you have to reshoot it. But I actually made this story that I think is so cute. I wanted to make one of those stop motion videos that I always see on TikTok, but I want to make it into a story. And when I make my TikToks or Reels, I typically actually edit them on my laptop. Sometimes on Reels, especially if it's Cash's Instagram that Aiden and I both run, but I make most of his Reels. I will edit those in the app, but things that I just want to look very well edited, go with the music, I'll typically just edit them in Final Cut Pro. So I'll change the dimensions to be an iPhone size. I'll edit them in there, edit all the clips together, export it, airdrop it, and then go through and edit them on my phone in terms of text overlays and stuff. So I'm gonna work on that. That's probably gonna take me about an hour or so to do, and I'll show you guys what it looks like at the end because I think that it's gonna turn out cute. Just finished the stories. I think they turned out so cute. I'm gonna send them into the brand, but I'll insert the one right here, the stop motion one that I made. I think it turned out so adorable. Next up, I'm actually applying to have a YouTube manager. I've had this option for a really long time. It's kind of confusing with YouTube, but I have a manager who does a lot of my partnerships. So when I work with a brand, he does a lot of the dialogue, contracts, all that. But I've always had the option to have a YouTube manager too, and that's more so they help you with strategy on YouTube, figuring out how to title your videos, thumbnails, because that's one of the most important elements of being a YouTuber is making sure that the SEO is all there and all that. So I've had this option to apply for one for so long, but I don't know why I just haven't. When I mean forever, I mean it's been years that I've been able to do this and I've just never done it. And I figure I should take advantage of it because I think you have to be accepted or something, or a special thing. So I figure I might as well do that. So I'm gonna work on that. And then I also have some emails to run through. And I also wanted to say that Aiden got me this heated blanket. It's from Target and it is so warm, and you can actually change how warm you want it. But I've been working with this on my lap here at my desk because it's so comfy and I use it in the evenings. It is just so comfy. So I'll have this link down below. If you're someone who gets chilly when you're working, I think it's like a nice little treat having a heated blanket. And the last thing that I wanted to do is kind of like a fun thing, but I'm actually going on a girls trip, not this weekend, but the next weekend. And we're going to this really cool Airbnb that's basically like a tree house. It's with a couple of my other like freelance friends. And I haven't done one of these trips in a really long time with just friends. And so I wanted to help plan out some things like some food places or just things to do. We definitely want to go to wineries because we're going in the hill country area of Texas, but I want to see if there's anything else to write down before. We're we're now gonna go take Cash to the dog park because it is about 5 o'clock. Aiden just finished work and we've been going to this new dog park that is huge. And we've basically been going every single night. It's been really fun just to get to see other people and obviously for Cash to get some exercise. So I'm gonna throw on a hoodie because it has been raining on and off and it's been cold, but it's also been warm. Hoodie just sounds nice. And by hoodie, I mean Aiden's hoodie. Got back from the dog park and I just want to keep it real. I kind of wanted this video to be just really productive and motivating and just be kind of like a resource if you're trying to organize your schedule and find motivation. But I have been in such a weird mood today and you can probably tell by this video. There's something about January, February, and March. Those are my least favorite months. No offense if you love those months. There's just something about it being cold. I'm really affected by the weather and it's been so gray today. Especially when I lived in New York, those were my least favorite months because it was so cold there and there's just not a ton going on in those months. And I've just been feeling really down and quite honestly, just really lonely. Like our main kind of core friend group with our married friends, and we have some friends who are about to get married, live in Austin, and those are the friends that we're seeing this weekend, which I'm so excited about. I'm so excited. They're just those people that we can totally be ourselves around and feel just so comfortable around and happy, and you can just be goofy. Like I love those friends that just make you feel so good and they're just so fun to be around. And I think so much of your 20s, you're kind of trying to take yourself so seriously and build this life for yourself and make sure you're doing all the right things. And I miss just being around friends, and I definitely wish that they lived closer. I have friends here in Dallas too. A lot of like my individual girlfriends I have here in Dallas. I love Aiden so much. He's the best ever. We have a lot of fun. We just went to the dog park together. But there's just something about being around friends that I miss a lot, and so I'm really excited to see them this weekend. But I definitely feel myself kind of getting into a bit of winter blues right now, and I think I've been on such a high streak of feeling really content and happy, but I've also just been doing so much. And the past couple weeks, ever since coming home from traveling, I think that it's kind of just been a lull. I've just been in my feels a little bit, just been feeling a little bit down, and I just wanted to normalize it. If you get this way, particularly during this time of year, that it is totally normal. I'm actually thinking of doing a video on how not combat seasonal depression. This isn't depression by any means, but just kind of that general, the blues that you get around this time of year, because there are definitely ways to kind of get around it. And that's why we actually planned this girls trip too with my girlfriends, because we know that January is typically not a very exciting month. And so we wanted to have something to look forward to. So I'm so excited for that. I just think that the monotony of day to day is generally something that I love. But for some reason lately, I've just been craving something new. And I think we've also kind of been in a transition phase of what's the next step of life. And we're on the brink of that. But I just feel as if I'm in this in between and just feeling a little bit funky. But it's 6 o'clock now, so I'm going to take a hot shower, which always helps, get on some comfy clothes and make some dinner because I am very excited to cook dinner. I love just putting on a show and having a chill night. So after I shower, I've been using this pure rosehip seed oil on my skin. This is what, when I got my facialist recommended, and I think it's really helping. My skin has been going through a really weird patch over the past few months, and I don't necessarily think it's not breaking out anymore. These are mostly stains from past pimples, but I've noticed that this has really made my skin a lot more glowy and moisturized, which is nice. So I use it in the morning and I use it in the evening. It's just pure rosehip seed oil, and I know a lot of you guys said that this is also really great for your skin as well. So I've been using this. I just got it at Sprouts, so just like a health food store. My skin just gets so dry in the winter time that this has been really nice to put on in the evening. I look like a glazed donut, but I figured I should try the kombucha since I mentioned it in this video. So I also know it's not good to drink alcohol when you're sad too, but I really don't think this has much alcohol in it, so I'll let you guys know. I figure I have to put it in a wine glass too. I really don't think it has that much alcohol in it. And I'm pretty sensitive to alcohol too, and that doesn't really taste like anything to me. So I don't know, I think it's just basically normal kombucha, but let me know what you think. Let's cook some dinner. so good. That recipe, I honestly didn't really have that high hopes for. Like chicken recipes, I'm just never that excited about. That one was so tasty, so fresh, so good. But I'm gonna do what I wish I would have done today, which is write out my plan for tomorrow, just to make sure that this is done when I wake up in the morning. And then Aiden is actually getting crumble cookies right now, which is very nice. He ended up getting them because had a little bit of a just opening up session at dinner, so he felt bad and is getting cookies. But I'm gonna make this, we'll eat our cookies, watch something on the couch, and just have a chill rest of the evening. Good. What was this one called?
It's like Reese's peanut butter.
Sugar cookie one is still my favorite.
Also.
No. It is about 10:30, so we are heading to bed, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for coming along with me for today. It was definitely one of those kind of days, but still nice to get to hang out with you guys. Just wanted to remind you guys that you guys can get $20 off your Brooklinen order. That is over $100. I'll have a link down below. You just use the code Michelle R. I'm so excited to sleep in our sheets. They feel so good, like they always do. Definitely would recommend. I hope you guys are well. You guys mean so much to me. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.